Last November, I missed an opportunity to get a woman's phone number. We were leaving the Green Line stop, and I held the door open for her, though, funnily enough, the other one was open. She thanked me all the same, and we had a polite conversation. I learned she was heading to work, for which I felt bad for her due to it being a Saturday, and I was headed to see a movie at the AMC across the street. I also told her how I'd just come from the aquarium and showed her some pictures. She lit up with adoration when I showed her a good pic of a penguin I took. And when she said she had to get to work, I wished her a nice day. But as I walked into AMC, I thought, damn, I might have been able to get her phone number, but I didn't realize it in the moment. Then I had an idea while I was sitting through the ads and trivia preceding the previews and eating my pizza. What if I told her my Instagram, where I already posted that pic and more, got her to follow me to see them, follow back, then slid into her DMs and possibly saw her again? Probably easier than a phone number with a guy she met less than a minute ago, and better odds of actually seeing her again. Best part is it's something I was already doing, literally right there in my theater seat before the previews. I recalled Travis Wu's advice of use Instagram as a dating app and become more prominent in your city that way. And on the train home, I rebranded it to something I could show off to women. I go into Boston on the weekends. This is what I do. 2 months pass, and I continue with photo dumps, then kind of go into hiatus. Last month, I found a Boston influencer whose main shtick is visiting the aquarium seals every day and incorporating them into topics like the weather, the Patriots, and so on. She films and posts it every day. I realized if she could get a good following off of going somewhere, I'd go every day if I could. So could I, especially because I could cover the entire aquarium as a member who could go inside literally every day. And so I got into reels, starting with a tease for the Penguins' return on Valentine's Day. On that trip, I also took various clips for both a travel vlog I threw together, then turned other clips into standalone reels. Long story short, one of them went crazy, and my follower count has more than tripled in the 2 weeks since I posted it. I'm actually eligible for monetization on Instagram right now. That's how big it's gotten. That's what can happen if you document what you're already doing. I'm definitely going to build my following over there with more Boston trip content, primarily because I like sharing the stories of the trips I was going to take anyway, but also to build social proof. And once I decide to monetize, make a little money. I know social media gets a bad rap for being curated, causing people to compare themselves and so on. Of course, I'm not going to include every little thing, and maybe I'd rather focus on the positives in the travel vlogs I have only 1 minute to work with. In one, I quickly mention a temporary Museum of Science exhibit was underwhelming, but I moved on quickly because that wasn't the focus. I also didn't need to include how someone asked me if I had extra money I didn't need on my way to North Station after my movie from that same day, to which I replied, I have an appointment, and kept moving, as is the only correct response to any stranger who just asks for money, especially if you really have some kind of appointment. I actually did because I had one chance to catch the next Orange Line train, which was the last that would get me to Chinatown with time to walk to South Station. and catch the commuter rail home before dinner. It happened. Other bad things happen, like the various examples of reasons I could complain about the tea I mentioned in the video about Duncan Doomer, because life isn't perfect, but it wasn't worth wasting precious runtime on it. People love claiming social media is fake, curated, or just plain toxic. So is real life. Nobody's gonna trauma dump on a first meeting. Just like in real life, people have the right to share whatever they're comfortable with sharing, as I'm doing right here, right now. It's about presentation, not deception. My point is that it can still be used to enhance real interactions, and yes, as a dating app like Travis Wu suggested. I'll get back to you when I finally try that one out. I agree. If it's the only way people look at the world, they turn into prisoners of Plato's cave. But if used to give people a look at something interesting you do, it can be a tool for that. At the end of the day, it's a creative outlet for people, like this channel is for expressing my pushback against doomerism. My Boston Trips Instagram for sharing the fun things I do, and my movie TV reviews Instagram for sharing my thoughts on those. Is that really so bad? I didn't need to reinvent my life. I needed to document it and share interesting things I was already doing anyway. Attention and opportunity followed next. And maybe the next time I meet someone, I won't be starting from zero. On that note, I'm going to leave it here for the video. Be sure to like it if you enjoyed it and comment your thoughts on social media. Be sure to subscribe for cultural commentary and rants from a man caught between generations. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.